some of you know me from the previous classes. My name is Manoj Patil. I'm the owner of New Horizon. I'm also the vice president at Little Place College in 30 minutes south of Sioux City. There's a small college. So I manage this company, also manage the college as well. So I have no life, okay? Um, I'm also advisor to this company called Sprouter. It's an app company. So I advise on the operations and stuff like that. So that's my quick background. All right, that's all I need to know. Okay, I want to know how many seniors we have here. One. How many juniors? Quite a bit. How many 10th graders? Any freshmen? Good. All right. You guys, as you may be aware, you're in advanced level, so things will be in advanced state. Sounds good? So how it's going to work out? So we're going to go till 1:25, take a 5 minutes break, and then Elena will be here, and she'll be going from 1:30 to 2:25. Sounds good? This is an interaction. This is very interactive. You have to ask questions. It will be tough. The main thing we don't want to do is for you guys to just sit there and waste your time. Am I making my expectations clear? The average from this class, from the advanced class, is a 30. So we are expecting students to be scoring very high from this. Some data from you for you guys to remember. So far we had 6,000 students at New Horizon. Out of 6,000, 2 perfect 36s so far. The first one who got a 36, he's in Harvard. He's doing his economics. The second who got a 36 is a senior right now, and she got her SAT results yesterday, and she scored a 1560. That's out of 1,600. That's the highest we ever had for SAT as well. So she has a 36 in ACT, and she has scored a 1560 in general SAT. That's a ridiculously high score. She had a 1,500. She retook it again, got a 1,560. The results just came on Friday morning. We have around 45 students who have scored a 35. So we have a lot of students who have scored a 35. And we can imagine that we have a lot of students who have got a 34s and below. What I want from you guys is your name and what score will make you happy. And I want you to be damn realistic about this, okay? Now it's your chance. I don't need anything else. Bennett, you can start.
So my name is Bennett, probably 34.
I'm 2 above 34.
I'm Henry, anything above 32.
I'm Abigail, 34.
William, 35.
Carter, 33.
John, 33.
Sydney, like a 33.
Cam, 32.
Rob, 32.
Aiden, 31.
Ethan, 32.
Sam, 33.
Ryan, 34.
Okay. So you can see that's why you guys are in this class. If you had told me you wanted a 27, I would have moved you to the next room. You with me on this? Because it will be a waste of time. I'm driving from Sioux City to Sioux Falls every Sunday, not to waste my time and yours. Okay? If you screw around, just let me know. I'll pay your money back and you can leave. You with me on this? Students come to our class because they are here to learn, and they'll learn a lot. Are my expectations clear? And when Elena is there or Jessica is there, I want to make sure that you interact, you ask questions. You with me on this? When you don't know something, man up or woman up and ask a question. You with me on this? Because that question can haunt you in the real test. You with me? That's the single most thing we have seen is students have a question, they don't ask because they don't wanna for some reason think that they don't want to be dumb or something like that. By not asking, you become dumb actually. Sounds good? Try your hardest. If you still don't know, ask. That's what you're here for. Next, how many are taking the October ACT? How many are not sure? Okay. How many are taking the December ACT? I'm hoping that everybody takes the December ACT for sure. I expect you guys to be actually taking the October and December. I'll be talking to your parents about it. I want to know what math class you're in right now. We have a senior, John. What math class you're in right now?
Calc and stats.
Calc and stat. How many juniors we have? Okay, okay, what math you're in?
Pre-calc.
College algebra.
Pre-calc.
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 All juniors? Nobody's in calc in junior? Okay, 10th graders. How many 10th graders? 1, 2, 3. What do you?
Pre-calc.
Pre-calc.
Yeah, that's your pre-calc.
Stats.
In 10th grade?
Yeah. Our counselors, like, we should have probably done like pre-calc, then calc, then stats, but our counselors just want us to do stats first. I don't know.
What
So
the
my
hell?
counselor told me, yeah. I signed up for pre-calc and she changed it. She was like,
I'm gonna write it down. That's like a shitstorm. Ryan, what did you get in ACT for the first time?
28.
29?
Yeah.
I thought 29.
I think I got 28.
Maybe I wrote it wrong. Okay. Yeah, doesn't make sense. Absolutely. For you, you should be pre-calc. I don't mind pre-calc and stats, but you are way better, way up there. You got a 29 as a freshman. You should be in pre-calc because next year as a junior you would be taking calc and stats. Then senior you would be taking calc too. That's what I'll talk to your dad. He'll listen to me. All right. Let's get started. Get your notebooks. Get your math packets. This is what I usually refer to as math packet. Okay? Rules to remember. During the class, when I'm lecturing, I don't want you to be writing anything. Okay? You listen, you understand, ask questions, and then I'll give you time for you to write. Fair enough? Page number 4, everybody. Page 4 of the math packet. So we're going to start with trig. Okay? So this is how it's going to go. I'm going to give you a question, give you some time for you to do it. Once you do the problem, this is what you do. Okay, let's say and remember, this is a very competitive group. Our advanced group in Sioux City is also pretty damn good, okay? There are some real good kids. Some already with the 35 ACTs. They're retaking with the 35. So they're real good competition. So as soon as you're done with the problem, you finish the problem, just raise your hands and put it down so I know who has done it. You with me? Are you ready? Let the fun begin. First question. Get started. If you don't understand, ask. Next time, calculate.
Yeah.
have an answer, raise your hands, put it down. Put your pencils down, listen up. Again, if this class, we are focusing for you guys to get a 36 in math. That's the whole focus, okay? That's our target score. Sine theta, this is a reference angle. Sine theta is opposite to this one is B or hypotenuse. B or square root of A squared plus B squared times cotangent B, a beta. Tangent beta, this is tangent beta, is opposite or adjacent. Beta, opposite, adjacent is B. Cotangent is opposite of that, B or A. B or A. So this is B squared divided by A times square root of A squared plus B squared. Make sense?
Yeah.
Now, first question, hold on. This was in ACT, but this was not a final answer choice. What do you think they did? This is absolutely correct, but you didn't see this answer in the real test. What do you think they did? Yeah,
Simplified out the A on the bottom, like they took the square root of A squared and just.
can do it. Can do that. Yes.
Take the square root out of the denominator,
How?
they multiplied by the square root of A squared plus B squared.
What is that called? What is this step called? Somebody heard that.
Rationalizing?
Somebody said conjugate.
Yeah.
It's called conjugation. So the conjugation is a process of multiplying and dividing by its conjugate, so there's no radical in the denominator. Make sense? What is this called? Conjugate. Any questions? Yes.
So, when you say cotangent, it'd be just the opposite, like,
Yes, so if you see page number 4, I've written cotangent in front of tangent.
yeah,
The reason is they're flipped versions of each other.
okay. Sure.
Make sense? You gotta ask, hey, that's good. Go ahead and write down this. That's all you have to do. Listen, then we'll write down. So when do you expect this question, the real test? Between what question numbers? Between 50 and 60, I would say. okay? If you wanna get this correct, what things you should know? You should know what is their definitions are, am I right? If you don't know what their definitions are, can you get this? No. Second, you need to know how to able to simplify in the next step. This is what ACT is all about. You need to know the concept, you need to know how to apply it. Either one you're missing, you're gonna struggle. Sounds good? How much time you should take? A great student would take you around 20 seconds. A good student will take you around 40 seconds. A okay student will take you around 60 seconds. A student who doesn't know, doesn't matter how much time I give, he'll just keep staring at it. Am I making sense? Okay. Can I move to the next question, if you are done writing? And I want you to tell me if I'm going fast, slow, is it boring, not boring, whatever it is. Communicate with me, talk to me. We are going to use the same triangle here, okay? That's our reference point. So the next problem. This is question number 1. Question number 2. Same reference triangle, okay? Find secant beta divided by tan theta. Find secant beta divided by tan theta. Let's go to the second problem. As the reference angle is this one here. First is secant beta. Secant is opposite of cosine. Cos beta is adjacent or hypotenuse. Adjacent or hypotenuse. Of course, in the real test, I don't expect you to write this step. I'm just showing you right now. So secant beta is opposite of that one. Square root of a squared plus b squared divided by b. So tan theta is opposite or adjacent b or a. So it will be square root of a squared plus b squared divided by b divided by b over a. Right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Now, I want to give a very simple way to simplify this. There's a quick method. A divided by B divided by C divided by D, okay? So you can easily then take these two. So the numerator of the numerator goes with the denominator of the denominator. So it becomes a times square root of a squared plus b squared. And the denominator and the numerator.
So that, it's just multiplying by the reciprocal.
Does that make sense? How many got this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, if you know this, do you think it's going to take time? No, right? The problem happens people don't know this. Am I right? That's where the problem is. So when people say that I'm not able to complete the test on time, the simple reason is they have forgotten the trig functions and other related formulas. Am I making sense? Yes or no? So how many trigonometric functions are there? 6. 3 are called the fundamental trigonometric functions, sine, cosine, and tangent. Then we have the inverses, cosecant, secant, and cotangent. You with me on this? And you got to know all 6. If you want to get a 36, your margin of error is 0. And that's how you prep. Good? Any questions on either of the problems? Yes? Henry?
So, for the denominator, numerator, you just multiply those?
Yes, you multiply these two,
Okay.
b squared. So the denominator of the numerator, okay, and the numerator of the denominator, they get multiplied. And they stay the denominator.
Okay.
This is a shortcut formula. The formula is a divided by b divided by c over d is equal to ad divided by bc.
Okay.
Helps a lot in PSAT and SATs. Right? And of course you can do the division of the fractions and the 5th grade stuff, but this is quick. I'm gonna write on this, please. And when we are ratings and people are writing things, let's not waste time. You can ask anything about ACT, SAT, college admissions, anything, okay? So feel free to keep going, keep me busy. Yeah.
So that first question, will they always want you to rationalize the
No.
denominator?
No. Depends on the multiple choice. That's why I'm saying, as soon as I get to this point, I actually stop and check.
Yeah.
Then I'll do this. Don't waste time by going to this one and then finding out it's not there. How many of you have done homework number 1? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many have not done? Okay. I know you signed up late, late. No, you should have done it. What a reason.
When will we assign homework 1?
Like, it's already on the group meeting. Okay. It's there. Okay. Yeah, I know the reason. Okay. Okay, so, please make sure to get the homework done. Okay, homework is built such a way that you actually are gonna learn. Remember, it's easy to get a 30. After that, it becomes really tough. Every point, you really need to struggle. Sounds good? I have a student, she's a senior at Notre Dame, and she took ACT 9 times, and she got 33 6 times. Last time she got a 35, but she had a 33 9th grade, 12th grade she got a 35. It's not gonna be easy. They don't want you to get 36. I wouldn't. If I were to ACT, I want to make your life difficult. That's how it is. Sounds good? Okay. you guys 2 minutes time to read through 6 trigonometric functions. And if I give you a simple example, what is cosecant theta, you need to know exactly the definition of that. So 2 minutes, memorize all 6 functions. Don't be overconfident, okay? Either you know it or you don't know it. Nothing in the middle.
Can we write in these?
Oh yeah, it's all yours. Try this. Sorry, hold on. Okay. Know your functions really well, guys. so far, does this make sense? Yes or no? Did we use calculator so far for any of these problems? Yes or no? Do we have to? No. What I'm trying to tell you is, if you know your fundamentals and the process of estimation really well, you don't have to really need a calculator in the ACT. You just have to be a little bit more stronger in the fundamentals. I want you to stop writing and listen up, please. This is how we can help do simplification. You can see square root 21 and square root 21 can be cancelled. Denominator cancels with the denominator. Okay? And of course, these two are together, so they will be multiplied. 7 times 7 is 49 at the top. Square root 70 times square root 70 is 70. Yes? 7 times 7, 49, stays 49. Just like this here. B times C is BC in the denominator. Square root 70 times square root 70 is 70. 49 divided by 70 is 0.7.
So I want to bet on a totally different way.
Doesn't matter. There's 3 different ways to do this.
Okay.
3 different ways to do this. Again, my job is not to tell you what, you have to use this method. No, that's never gonna happen. Even in college, when you guys go to college, I taught college chemistry for 15 years. We give the freedom for you to think and use your method. Whatever you use, are you comfortable with that one? And if there is a better method, try to use that. Okay? Does this make sense? Of course, you could put all this in the calculator and do it. But again, if you know your fundamentals, you don't have to depend on the calculator. Making sense? Are you guys good? Any questions? Yes, Haley.
Why wouldn't you combine the numerator first? Why would you cancel out the 21s, like the roots of 21?
You can actually do that, but it'll take more time,
Okay.
because you'll have bigger numbers to deal with.
Okay.
Rule math 101 to remember, simplify before you solve,
Okay.
not solve and then simplify. Go to page 5, please. Not that page 4 is done. Okay. Try this problem. And you'll be using the page 5 to answer this question. And I believe you can do this. Try this. I'm okay if you don't know this.
Is that 26.8?
Yeah. I'm okay if you don't know this. You're gonna learn this. That's not the calculator for you. Just make sure to put it right on the table. Somebody else. Next time when you guys come to the class, I expect you guys to be sitting in this fashion only. Make sense? Be on time. Complete your homework before you come to the class. Please stop writing. Listen up. A trigonometric function, any of the six, always use the ratio of two sides in a triangle. Always. So you can see there's a relation between the angle and the opposite sides. So for example, if this is the angle and this is the opposite sides, as this starts to decrease the angle, the opposite side starts to decrease as well. So this correlation exists all the time. And we use that same trigonometric function concept to find a missing angle in a right angle triangle. Tan theta, which is opposite or adjacent. A function represents a ratio of two sides. Do you agree? To find an angle, we use trigonometric inverse, also called arc inverse or arc tan. I want everybody to go to mode in your calculator. Go to mode. The third one should be degrees highlighted. I want to make sure that everybody, when you go to the test, is in the degrees mode. We had a student who actually had a radians and missed every single one of them. Did you guys get it? Yes or no? You guys got to talk to me. Okay. Now, do second tan in your calculator, and you should get this called tan inverse. You guys got it?
Yes.
So anytime, listen up, anytime you see this, so tan inverse of 14 divided by 26.8, anytime you see this, this always produces an angle. That's why on page 5 I made a comment, I think what it says, an inverse will be used to find the angle using a trigonometric function. Anytime you see this, what's the resultant of this? And always in the angle. You with me on this? How many angles are in a triangle? Three. One is 90, so you're left with only two possibilities. I'm going to repeat this 4 times. A trigonometric inverse always gives an, remember that. Somebody tell me the answer.
27.58.
Let's go with 27.6 degrees.
So, I just went to like check using Pythagorean theorem and I got like 30 point something.
You'll be in trouble.
Yeah, why would, like 14 squared plus 26.8 squared, square root of that, I got 30.23.
That's the side, not the angle. You found the hypotenuse.
What are we trying to find? Oh, the angle. Got it. Huh, oops.
Yeah, oops.
How do you change it on the calculator?
I don't know that calculator. Is it Inspire?
Yeah.
Anybody knows how to work in Inspire?
Settings and then, the second one, calculate settings, equal degrees. Say make default.
You guys good so far? Okay. The next problem is one of my favorite problems. Okay, and this is, let's see how many get it. Okay? If you have listened to me carefully for the last 45 minutes or so, you should get this. We'll see. Okay? First, let me actually first finish the problem. Let me write this first. Okay? And then you guys can have fun. Okay? Try this. If you have an answer, just raise your hands, I'm gonna come and check it. Close, not very close. I think you're close.
I mean,
Yeah. That's right. That's it. You guys are doing well.
oh,
What's happening? You guys are rusty. I should have made you guys run a little bit before this.
I didn't see it square.
It's not my problem, right, Brian?
Yeah.
So 3 people so far have got it right. This is question number 60, if you wanna know, in the real test. That's correct. Was not confident? No, not at all. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than be good, huh?
That's right.
It's 4 people so far. Three good, 1 lucky. Okay. All right, listen up. Let's get started. We just talked about it, right? The fact that if you have an inverse, the resultant of an inverse is an angle. I told you, right? And how many angles are in a triangle? 3. One is at 90 degrees, so one is taken care already. So left with angle A and angle C. So the resultant of this should be an angle. What is cosine defined as? Adjacent or hypotenuse? What angle has an adjacent of A?
C.
C. So this entire thing is angle C. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, Bennett? You should not look at how it looks all cool, you know, like big formula, but this turns out to be just C. What's cotangent C? Tangent is opposite or adjacent, so it's adjacent or opposite. That's it. How many got this? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You wanna get it 36? Game on, guys. It's not gonna be easy. You with me on this? Okay. This is when I took the ACT, by the way. This was 60th question in my test. I've done so many of these damn problems. I saw it and I was able to write the answer. Like, okay, I knew it. Because that's how many I've done. You with me on this? Good problem?
Yeah.
Beautiful problem. questions? Anything you wanna ask? Go to page 4. This was a question number 27 in the real ACT. And of course, I'm telling you where the answer is so you can cheat. Find cos theta in terms of sine theta. Find cosine theta in terms of sine theta, and the answer choices are put a star mark to this. I'll tell you which questions I want you to put a star mark. 1, everybody, right now, put a star mark to this one. 1, 2, this one, and this one. So these 3 problems I want you to put star. What does that mean? I've seen the most questions like that in the test. That means you've got to be really good at this. Try this problem.
Which ones were you out of all of them? Which ones?
1, 2. Okay. So basically, question number 4, question number 2, question number 6. 2, 4, 6. If you have an answer, I would like to come and check it. Just write which alphabet it is. That's all I want to know. No. No. That's correct. That's good. This is question number 27, actually. Why do you think I keep stressing this point, by the way, guys? Because or the other way around is, they're saying that if you screw up this question, you may have more negative points attached to that question. You with me on this? So, like for example, this was 60th question, right? Majority of the students would get this wrong, let's assume that. And you get it right, so you get a positive fudge factors. That means you get 1 plus some bonus points. Here, if you get this wrong, what they're saying is you get 1 minus of that, or maybe -1 minus something. You with me on this? That's what they're saying, 27. All right. Answer is D. How many have D? I know it's only 1, 2, 3. Okay. So YD, here's what it is. Look at page 4, trigonometric identities or relationships. Sine squared theta plus cos squared theta is equal to 1. Do you see that? Do you see that? This is called the fundamental trigonometric identity. One of the most important equations to know. Minus sine squared theta both sides. So, boom. So cos squared theta is equal to 1 minus sine squared theta. Are you with me so far? Then you square root it. Cos theta is equal to plus or minus square root of 1 minus sine squared theta. I gave this one for you guys to fall trap, and you fell for it. Is square root of 1 minus square root of 1 minus sine squared theta can be further simplified? No. You with me this? So you cannot simplify. This stays here. Making sense? Yes or no?
Yes.
Is it helping you guys?
Yes.
Did we go fast? If I go fast, I told you to remind me not to go fast. So you guys did not remind me. So far, yeah.
Why can't you simplify it?
Right? Just like you guys were in my class, where you guys were quiet, interacting, and not using phone. I expect the absolute the same thing with Eleanor. I don't want any issues when Jessica or Elena is here. You with me on this? I don't want you guys to be smirking, making any comments with you and talking. You with me on this? That's discipline. You are my students. I expect that discipline in you guys. You with me? You have any problems? Talk to me. You with me on this? I'll handle it. But you, if I find out there is a problem, you will be hearing from me. I'm not driving each day, each Sunday here to waste anybody's time, including my time. I have family, kids, I leave, and then after 2:30 I leave, go to Sioux City, teach from 4 to 6. I go home at 6:15, then I teach from 6:30 to 9. I have no life, if you want to know that. Okay. Some already know that. Am I making sense? Good. You have 5 minutes break. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Yes.